Right, let's bring you up to speed with all the latest transfer news now, starting with a development in the future of Victor Osimhen, with further talks with Chelsea expected this week. Sky Italy are reporting police sporting director Giovanni Manna is in London to discuss Osimhen. Antonio Conte keen for a resolution.
We all know that Chelsea want to sign him, but Chelsea are a different kind of beast now. They've got this strict wage structure. They pay a relatively low base wage, and they're not in the Champions League either. So I think Victor Osimhen and his agent, who's been criticised a lot recently, looked at the overall package, and even though former Chelsea players, former African Chelsea players were putting a lot of pressure, former Nigerian Chelsea players like John Obi Mikel were putting pressure on him, going, come on Victor, you need to go to Stamford Bridge, this is the stage for you, you can be a superstar here, forget about the money's going to be great anyway. For whatever reason, that move didn't happen. Now, who knows? Perhaps in the future we'll see Victor Osimhen in the Premier League, because I don't think he's going to stay at Galatasaray for the rest of his career. This is just a loan.
Victor Osimhen to Chelsea, genuine possibility or just media hype?
I think there's genuine interest between both. I think he loves the club. He wants to come to the club. Obviously, he wants to follow my footsteps as a Nigerian player who's played for Chelsea. I think Victor Moses as well, Celestin Babayar, not a lot of us. And he's looked at that. London as well, fantastic city. Instead of going to Liverpool or places like that, you want to live in London. But he also has a lot of interest, like Paris Saint-Germain, Man United. But I'm still pushing, sending him messages and trying to make sure that, he doesn't expect too much. Just narrow your mind in one club, the Blues.
So you are genuinely acting as Agent Mikel?
I am pushing him. But I hope he comes to the club, because he will bring so much to the club. I think one thing we lack, we'll see that one thing we are lacking is scoring goals. We need that striker who will score goals. And that's what Victor will give you. He's not the most skillful guy, but goals, definitely guaranteed. I mean, if he could get us 20 goals per season, 25, who knows? That's what Erling Haaland does. That's why he's one of the best. He's not really there for link-ups and all that. Get the ball in the box and he will finish. And that's something that definitely Victor Osimhen will give us. So let's hope it works out and, he comes to Chelsea and become a legend.
Right, Thomas Tuchel has confirmed England will play a behind-closed-doors friendly against local side Miami United later this week as they continue their preparations for that opening game, which is Croatia on June the 17th. Right, and Geraint Hughes has rejoined us, all right? You were telling us everything you
Well, it was
knew.
Quiz time, wasn't it? Let's be honest, the last hour. It was
and
quiz time.
I've remembered the answers, so if you do it again, I'll actually get 10 out of 10.
How do you know I've got different questions now?
Don't do that. Miami United. Tell us more about them. And this behind closed doors game.
If England fans are hearing that, they hear, they're playing in Miami too. Oh, they're playing into Miami. No, you're not. You're not. Miami United are a fourth-tier US pyramid side. So we're talking a proper amateur club. But I've had a look at it. It's really well set up. Really based in the community. It's got this tagline of being the oldest football club in Miami, which you and I were joking about.
Quite young.
God, does this go back, to the 50s, 60s, 70s? No, 2012. So it's only 14 years old. But sort of its ethos is to bring younger players through, get them on the pathways into academies or into sort of soccer scholarships. I still can't get used to that word, soccer.
We're going to hear a lot this summer.
I know. Football scholarships in the US and over into Europe as well are kind of that level as well. So it's really well set up. I had a look at some of their facilities as well. It's one of those sort of multi-purpose, multi-sports stadiums they use, about 10,000 capacity, but it can play everything from NFL, football, other things as well. They're an amateur club, but they have in the past hired on their roster, as they would call it, some ex-pros. Before we get to that, when I test you on who could have played for Miami United, just to explain what this game is. It's not going to be a game like the New Zealand game. It's not going to be 90 minutes. It's going to be what's called in the US. They have these loads. They're called scrimmage games, where a team is brought in so that a team can practice certain facets of the game against them over and over again if need be. So the way this, I would imagine it will work, is that Thomas Tuchel and his backroom staff will speak to Claudio Freen, who is the head coach of Miami United, and their staff, and say, for this 10 minutes, we want to do this. For that 10 minutes, we want you to do this against us. The game will probably be a bit more stop-start. It's not going to be 90 minutes. It'll be very, very controlled as well. Another opportunity as well for the players just to be out and about playing football, running around in the heat and humidity, because what's really, really key, certainly in some areas of the States, is not just the temperature, Tom. It's going to be sort of the bulb. The bulb
Chelsea's
glow temperature,
current
which
squad
is a
contains
combination
a
of
number
heat
exciting young
and humidity.
attacking players
That's a
capable of
real
creating
hard
opportunities.
thing for elite sportsmen and
The
sportswomen
addition
to
of
play
an
in when you
elite
get
finisher
a
could
heat and
potentially
humidity
unlock
combination
even
as well.
greater
So it's going to be
levels
used
of
for things like
productivity
that.
from those around him. Many supporters have already started imagining how Osimhen could combine with Chelsea's creative talents to form one of the most dangerous attacks in the Premier League. The thought of adding a proven goal scorer to an already talented squad has understandably generated enormous optimism among the fanbase. Another reason this transfer continues to attract attention is because of the statement it would make. Signing one of the most sought-after strikers in world football would demonstrate Chelsea's ambition and reinforce their determination to compete with the strongest clubs in England and Europe. Major transfers often carry psychological significance beyond their footballing impact. They send messages to rivals, supporters and players alike. Securing a player of Osimhen's reputation would certainly accomplish that. Of course, transfer negotiations involving world-class players are rarely straightforward. Financial considerations, competition from other clubs and contractual details can all influence the outcome. Nevertheless, the continued speculation surrounding Osimhen and Chelsea has ensured that this story remains one of the most closely followed developments of the transfer window. Every update generates fresh discussion and every report increases anticipation among supporters eager for positive news. The Premier League continues to evolve and clubs must constantly strengthen if they hope to remain competitive. Chelsea understand this reality and appear determined to continue improving their squad. Whether Osimhen ultimately becomes part of that vision remains to be seen, but there is no doubt that his arrival would dramatically increase expectations surrounding the club's prospects. As the transfer window progresses, Chelsea supporters will continue monitoring every development closely. The possibility of seeing Victor Osimhen wearing a Chelsea shirt has captured the imagination of fans around the world. If the move eventually becomes reality, it could be remembered as one of the defining transfers of the summer and a major step in Chelsea's pursuit of future success. Until then, excitement continues to grow as speculation surrounding one of football's biggest transfer stories refuses to slow down.